If you're a brand that sells high-end products on your e-commerce store, you are actually selling status. You are selling a signal where your customer acts as a proxy, a bridge between your products and their social circles, their communities, their friend groups. So in this video today, we're going to talk about how do you increase, how do you amplify that signal? How do you make it so that your proxy, your customer, when they go through and they purchase something from your store, they're a lot more likely to refer you to other people. They're a lot more likely to share your high-end products with their social circles, with their communities, because they see that as an outwardly perception of themselves. Check this video out. My name is Rich AK, and I run a company called AK Growth. We build and scale e-commerce brands just like yours. Now, in this video, I want to talk about high-end products. I want to talk about products that cost more than the average product in that same market. And so if you're somebody who already sells high-end products on your website, or you're trying to get into this space, I'm going to show you one trick that you can do to reframe how your products are perceived, so that when the customer is going through your store and they're thinking about buying, you can actually give them a frame of mind that is a projection of what they're already thinking. So how does this actually work? Well, it works because when you're buying something that's way above market value for something, you're not buying it for utility as much as you are buying it for a signal. You're buying it for a level of status. And that level of status is not for yourself. You're not buying something that's 10 times more expensive because you want to walk around your house all day and be like, wow, I'm so cool. You're buying that because you're projecting it to other people within your community. You're projecting it to your friends. You're projecting it to other people you haven't met yet. You're projecting it to your coworkers. And so that projection is actually one of the most powerful keys that you have as somebody who sells high-end products on the internet. If you're looking to amplify the products that you sell as signal makers, as something that will pierce through and make the person much more likely to buy your product, then all you really want to do is create that outwardly perception already. You want to create that projection. And so the mistake people make when they put up pictures or videos on their website or on their Instagram is that they don't have other people within the photo who are paying direct attention to that specific item. Let me give you an example. If you're buying a high-end piece of marble coffee table furniture, something that costs $5,000, $10,000, $15,000, you don't really need that unless you're actually making that perception that, hey, I have money, I'm buying this because I'm a wealthy person, I'm not frugal, I'm looking to spend this money because I want to have other people around me who can enjoy and see the things that I have. They know that I have class, they know that I have something about me that's different, that's special. It's not like somebody walking down the street, your average Joe. And so when you're selling that high-end piece of marble tabletop furniture, what you should be doing is you should be creating and framing photos or videos in a way where there's people gathered around that furniture. What most companies do is they just take a picture of that furniture, and that's fine, and you should do that because there is a level of utility when someone is buying something for their house. But you should also create a scenario where you have somebody within the photo and then you have multiple people gathering in the photo around the product itself. What that shows somebody who's thinking about buying it is if they see that everybody is crowded around that item, that unit, and they're all having fun and they're all happy and they're all possibly impressed, then that creates an outwardly perception, that creates projection that if I buy this product, the people that I know, the people that I haven't met yet are going to also be just as equally impressed versus if I went to IKEA tomorrow and bought something for $14. And so the same thing actually applies to clothing. If you take a photo of just a piece of clothing, as you should, that's not enough to create that projection for somebody who's thinking about buying a sweatshirt that when regularly costs $30 now costs $300, now costs $500, now costs $1,000. And so if you want to pierce through that veil, if you want to take somebody who doesn't know about your brand yet and you want them to actually make that purchase, then what you can do, especially on your e-commerce store, is just apart from having the photo of the clothing itself, have clothing where the person is wearing it actively in a public environment, or maybe it's a private environment, but there's also other people around that person within the photo and they have a slight blur to them where they're actually actively staring at that person and at that product. because that creates the perception, that creates an image that if I buy this thing, people are going to naturally think that I am more attractive, that I am more important. And that is the reason why they're buying your product in the first place, because they want to increase, they want to amplify that signal. They want to showcase that they are an important person. So I hope this video helps you out. It's a pretty short video, but it's a very useful tip to at least think about. Because if you can do things like this, if you can create perceptions around your products where, hey, our product is status, our product is to the next level, you stop following the crowd of other people who are just taking photos just to take photos, just to sell things on their website. And all of a sudden, you're actually creating your photos, you're putting your product into these placements with actual intention and reason for why you're doing it. If you sell desires, if you sell things that are not achievable to a lot of other people, if you're selling high-end items, then this is a great way to open up those gates to people who are looking to amplify their own status through the use of external products. And so I hope this video helps you out. My name is Rich AK. I run a company called AK Growth. We build and scale e-commerce brands just like yours. If you have any questions for me, leave it down in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and please subscribe. And if you know a buddy of yours who is also in the high-end e-commerce space, share this video with them. It really helps me out. I'm a small channel and I'm looking to grow and share things that I've learned along the way. Thanks for watching. I'll talk to you soon.